And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. This will be the final commercial break here on MPWF WAR. This is your main event as Shaun Stevens takes on the world's heavyweight champion Brian Adams. Now both men engaged in the collar elbow tie up here. Brian Adams did have control before. Shaun Stevens fights back with a reverse backhand. This is a very technical move, technical way of saying backhand to the face, but nonetheless it was effective. And now Shaun Stevens with a drop kick to the face. And now Brian Adams trying to fight back using his strength there, pushing away as Shaun Stevens almost jacks his jaw there with a clothesline. And now Brian Adams has Shaun Stevens up here, going for a net breaker, and yes, he connects there on Shaun Stevens. Again, as we mentioned before the break, a lot is riding on this matchup between these two. And now, oh wait, throwing him into the ropes here. Now Brian Adams, nice hip toss takeover there on Shaun Stevens. Both men really vying to get control here. Shaun Stevens has a lot riding on this matchup, riding on the Money in the Bank match. Shaun Stevens says that the United States Championship was something that helped him become normal again, helped him escape the events that took place earlier this year when he was Angel Blade and sent to hell. And now he lost that US Championship thanks to Helios Christ. That explains why he took out Helios Christ early on this show, why he's trying to fight with him. Tendencies try to take out Shaun Stevens and Helios Christ for no reason whatsoever. And Shaun Stevens now springboard, nice move, springboard clothesline off the top rope there. Shaun Stevens now trying to get retribution for everything, as we've seen him be very impactful here tonight thus far on WAR. Brian Adams, a fighting world heavyweight champion, defeated Helios Christ on the first return episode of WAR, the first episode of WAR on the PS3. I mean, that was one hell of a moment here in the MPWF, seeing Brian Adams defeat Helios Christ. And now he faces a tough challenger in Ricky Cash. Ricky Cash has really played this rivalry, this game, like a game of chess, and it's kind of frustrated Brian Adams, but Brian Adams says that he doesn't care if Ricky Cash thinks he's the master manipulator. Brian Adams says he's the world's champion, and he has the championship belt, and he won't let Ricky Cash take it from him. And now Shaun Stevens fighting back here, now heading to the top rope, looking to attack Brian Adams now. Off the top rope there with a throwback, knocking him down. Nice move off the top rope by Shaun Stevens. Now going for the cover here, that could be it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, kick out there by Brian Adams. Said Shaun Stevens has already defeated Brian Adams before here in the MPWF. So Shaun Stevens knows that he can defeat this man in a matchup. Shaun Stevens knows that this matchup, when he wins it, will give him all the momentum in the world. Brian Adams, on the other hand, has yet to defeat Shaun Stevens here in the MPWF. So that's going to be riding on his coattail in this match. And now Shaun Stevens, drop kick to the face there on Brian Adams. Now going for the cover here, that could be it. 1, 2, and Brian Adams getting the shoulder up. Brian Adams saying that I'm not going to get pinned that early in this matchup. Not like Brian Barbados did. And now missing the clothesline. And Shaun Stevens going right into a hip toss there by Brian Adams. And now Adams going to throw Stevens away. Sends him right to the top turnbuckle. And now setting him up there right in the soft spot on the top rope. And now Brian Adams, what a clumsy blow to the back of the head. Going for a back suplex off the second rope and folding Shaun Stevens up in half. You saw the results. Shaun Stevens is in a world of pain right now. Brian Adams, big clothesline there. Using his strength and power against Shaun Stevens. Realizing how fast the former US champion is. Now Adams, not sure what he has planned here. Never mind. Thought he was going to knock Shaun Stevens to the outside of the ring. Throws him back inside. Now getting the crowd on his side. Does the world's heavyweight champion. See, this is a tough match for the crowd. They don't know who to cheer for. Whether they cheer for Shaun Stevens or Brian Adams. But Brian Adams, never mind. Brian Adams this time went to knock Shaun Stevens to the outside of the ring. Shaun Stevens had it well scouted. And a springboard crossbody taking down the world's champion on the outside. Smart moves there by Shaun Stevens. And now Stevens throwing Brian Adams right into the steel steps. See, Shaun Stevens did not come to mess about here tonight. Crossbody to the outside of the ring. And I don't think he got all of what he wanted there. Brian Adams able to see it coming. Able to evade the attack. And now got Shaun Stevens with a Russian leg sweep on the outside of the ring right on the mat. And now Brian Adams in control. Has this match exactly where he wants it. And Brian Adams now going to throw Shaun Stevens back inside the ring here. You see Shaun Stevens is definitely in pain after missing that crossbody. And that's the issue of going high risk. Sometimes there's no reward. And there wasn't any reward on that one. Nice snapmare takeover going to the chin lock. There was a rope break there for Shaun Stevens though. Brian Adams now has Shaun Stevens up. And now going for another submission here, going for the full Nelson. Or the master lock. Either way, it's a great way to wear down on someone's arm and neck. As Brian Adams wrenches back and Shaun Stevens now breaks away the submission. And now Stevens trying to fight back. Springboard crossbody. And Brian Adams able to move it outside the way. Shaun Stevens definitely a lot slower right now after missing that crossbody to the outside of the ring. And he's going to continue to work at that neck, which may have been damaged with a net breaker there. Now Adams heading to the top rope. Brian Adams with the top rope with the elbow drop there, driving his elbow right into the heart of Shaun Stevens. Now going for a cover. That could be it. Never mind, it's a rope break there for Shaun Stevens, catching a lucky break there to Stevens. And ladies and gentlemen, there's a pay dirt by Brian Adams as he connects there on Shaun Stevens. One of his special maneuvers. That could be it. Going for the cover. Oh, a rope break there. Again, Shaun Stevens gets lucky one more time. And a kick to the gut. And now throwing him into the turnbuckle. And now Adams, oh, big time shoulder block using those huge shoulders. As a heavy hitter is Brian Adams. And Stevens now trying to fight back. Trying to create some distance here. Oh, throwback takeover there by Stevens. Stevens now heading to the top rope. Again, this isn't a smart move, but he's going for it anyways, and he connects with the senton off the top turnbuckle as Shaun Stevens tries to fight back in this match. There's a 2 feet to the face drop kick there by Shaun Stevens. And now, oh, turning him around. Watch Shaun Stevens setting up for here. Going for a back suplex, and he connects there on the World's Heavyweight Champion. One a main event we're watching here tonight on episode 11 of MPWF WAR here in Davenport, Iowa. And a big clothesline there by Shaun Stevens dropping Brian Adams. Oh, kick to the gut. Oh, missing the knife hand chop though, but connects with the backhand. Looked like that knife hand chop was a fake. And now going back again to the drop kick to the face, and Brian Adams can't do anything about it. It's just being dropped by Shaun Stevens. Shaun Stevens now back in control of this matchup, able to turn things around, and now has him up. Standing code blue, beautiful there by Shaun Stevens. Oh wait, Brian Adams get back up. Brian Adams frustrated. Shaun Stevens in trouble, and there's a second pay dirt in this matchup by Brian Adams. Adams now going to go for the cover, and if he does, this match is all over. Brian Adams has the victory. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Shaun Stevens able to get the shoulder up at the last second, and the world's champion is shocked. Shaun Stevens is taking the world champion to the limit here tonight. Brian Adams now heads to the outside of the ring. What is he doing here? Brian Adams now heading up the ramp. Oh wait, there's Ricky Cash, and Brian Adams taking down Ricky Cash. Ricky Cash came from the stage to take out Brian Adams, and Brian Adams ain't letting that happen. These two are going at it before MPWF Starrcade. And this matchup between Adams and Shaun Stevens is being thrown out the window here. Now going for, oh my goodness, he's going to suplex him on the top of the stage. Oh, Ricky Cash able to reversal on that breaker there by Ricky Cash. And Ricky Cash now beating the hell out of Brian Adams. Ricky Cash, well, kick to the gut there, now throwing his opponent at Starrcade to the entranceway. Oh wait, hang on a sec, Tennessee's now in the ring. That's the United States champion. There's a big clothesline knocking down Shaun Stevens, who's still wary from that pay dirt. And now Tennessee's now going to go for a spear, and Tennessee connects with a spear there on Shaun Stevens. Tennessee's hit the spear on Shaun Stevens, and now Tennessee's standing tall inside the ring here. Will Tennessee's retain his money in the bank at MPWF Starrcade? That is a real question. Tennessee's getting retribution for earlier tonight. This crowd here doesn't want to see that at all. You can hear by the reaction. They don't want to see Tennessee's keep his money in the bank, because you know he'll probably cash it in later on in the evening. Big impact there for Tennessee's. Well, on that note, I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen, my name is DJ Johnny Feelgood, and I'm signing out here. No, wait, never mind, I'm signing back in. Helios Christ attacking Tennessee's from behind. Don't forget that Helios Christ will be a part of that Money in the Bank opportunity match at Starrcade when a boot there by Christ. And we have absolutely no idea where Ricky Cash and Brian Adams have gone off to. They were battling each other in the backstage somewhere. We're trying to get footage and security down there right now. But Helios Christ beating the hell out of Tennessee's, and look at this. Wow. Look at the strength there of Helios Christ as he knocks over Tennessee's, just pounding away at the United States champion. Oh, a shot there by Helios Christ. And now, oh, watch this move here. Watch this move here. Watch the impact there by Helios Christ as he drives Tennessee's neck first into the mat. And Christ is sending a message to Stevens and Tennessee's. And now here comes the choke slam, and Tennessee's driving to the mat. And now Helios Christ has him up. And ladies and gentlemen, here comes the death of Jason Rage, and the move that may be responsible for Helios Christ becoming Mr. Money in the Bank at Starrcade. And now Helios Christ, this is symbolic here. He's getting the referee to raise his hand, because Helios Christ believes that's what's going to happen at MPWF Starrcade. Well, you really can't argue with that. Tennessee's out on his feet. Shaun Stevens, I mean, he rolled outside the ring. And Helios Christ now standing tall here on MPWF WAR in front of everyone. Will Helios Christ leave MPWF Starrcade with the Money in the Bank briefcase? Only time will tell, ladies and gentlemen. And again, my name is DJ Johnny Feelgood, and I am signing out from MPWF WAR. And hang on a sec, Shaun Stevens with a steel chest shot to the back of Helios Christ. And Shaun Stevens back inside the ring now, beating the hell out of Christ with a chair. I've signed back in, and now here we go with a Van Terminator there by Shaun Stevens. And Shaun Stevens will not leave this night unless he is standing tall. Tendencies is out. The death of Jason Rage was devastating. And now off the second rope. Oh, nice European uppercut there by Shaun Stevens. And now Shaun Stevens has Helios Christ up. Standing code blue right there on the steel chair. And now Stevens picking him up. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the Devil's Sentence by Shaun Stevens. And he takes out Helios Christ. And a huge ovation for Shaun Stevens as he now stands tall. Will Shaun Stevens leave MPWF Starrcade as Mr. Money in the Bank? And Tendencies is rolling around on the floor. He isn't getting up anytime soon. So this time I can actually say that we're ending this show. Ladies and gentlemen, Shaun Stevens is still standing. He's still alive. Who will win at MPWF Starrcade? Make sure you tune in 6 days. My name's DJ Johnny Feelgood, and this time I'm actually signing out.